Hi, my name is Olajide Olavinju, and I'm the author of the book, How to Resolve a Conflict, which I would like to share with you on the screen now. Um, how to resolve a conflict. This book. And it is a textbook for the lecture you just joined. Uh, the lecture itself is titled How to Resolve a Conflict. And it's a series, How to Resolve a Conflict lecture series. And this is How to Resolve a Conflict lecture 51. Welcome. I do hope you can click the subscribe button before as we go along today. Um, what we'll do is continue our discussion on the mediator and the person of the mediator. And the way we proceed around that is to read from the text and then have a discussion. So today we're focusing on a healthy sense of evil. That's the mediator having a healthy sense of evil. Let me read and then we have a discussion. In carrying out his task, the mediator should always have a healthy sense of evil to understand one, why parties behave the way they do, two, what projections each party is making, three, whether tactics are being used to escape responsibility, e.g., scapegoating. Four, if fanaticism, narcissism, etc. are at play. And finally, how to deal with these problems. The problems are listed, the possible problems, challenges are listed around the area of understanding the health sense of evil, what the mediator may face, and the need for the mediator to know how to deal with these problems. So let's take them one by one. The mediator must understand why parties behave the way they do. One of the key things you recall that happens at mediation is a close study of the people. I mean, in the sense of understanding of the parties. The mediator, a good mediator, listens and sees what each party is saying is critical to the mediator's life. So you listen with all your senses, with all your body, with all you are very, very sensitive to everything that the party is saying. One of the things we do that is we are able to understand why they behave the way they do, why they do the things they do. If you pay close attention to somebody, you understand them, you understand their behavioral pattern. So that's number one. You also understand what projections each party is making. What are they throwing out? What are they throwing at you? What are they throwing at the other party? What are they communicating? Again, when you listen with your heart as a mediator, as a good mediator, you pick those up. Because you should pick them up or work towards picking them up. The third one is whether tactics are being used to escape responsibility. And I said here, scapegoat. So again, listening with empathy would help you pick up a situation where tactics are being used to escape responsibility. Finally, if fanaticism, narcissism are at play. So again, your ability to listen with your heart and your ear should help you pick up these challenges, these huge challenges. Let me read on and then I'll speak more to this if you don't mind. A judgmental attitude has no place in mediation. When we say the mediator must have a healthy sense of evil, we mean he must discreetly be conscious of these problems and design ways and means to deal with them decisively in the interest of both parties, without making any party an object of ridicule. It should be borne in mind that one of the reasons people use a mediator instead of an adversarial method is to avoid loss of face. Therefore, the mediator should be the last person to pass a moral judgment on anyone at mediation. In fact, if I can speak to the last point, you cannot pass moral judgment at mediation. You don't have the right to do that as a mediator. So you must understand them thoroughly, what they are going through, what they are projecting, what they are really saying and communicating. Or that must never lead you to judging them, to passing a moral judgment on any one of them. And that's a very important point for a mediator to always remember. You are not there to judge. So now if I could go to the other aspects. I made the point here that when we say the mediator must have a healthy sense of evil, we mean he must discreetly be conscious of these problems. So you are studying them to understand what they are going through, the challenges they are facing, without making that something you do openly. So it's confidential to you and to you alone. You cannot give the parties the impression that you are studying for negative aspects of their conflict, but you must know what challenges are there that are dragging things backwards, that are not making things take shape, that are not making the conflict get resolved. Yeah, you must know, understand the problems, but you can do that without letting any of the parties know what you are doing, what you are studying. You need it so that you'll be able to make the process, to oil the process, to make the process go smoothly, to help the parties reach quick resolution. That's the purpose it serves. So it's not an end in itself, just to help the parties move forward in their conflict resolution process. You must be conscious of these problems and design ways and means to deal with them decisively in the interest of both parties. Again, emphasis on both parties. So the challenges are there, the problems are there. Design ways to deal with them for the interest of the parties, without making any party an object of ridicule. Nobody must feel bad at your mediation. And this final point, we must always remember that one of the reasons people use a mediator instead of an adversarial method is to avoid loss of face. Very, very critical. Very, very critical. people must not lose face at mediation. Why? It is a non-adversarial mechanism. It is a friendly mechanism. It is an amicable mechanism. So it is not here that people should be losing face. It should be saving their face. The only thing why you want no negative tendencies is to be able to ensure that you deal with them so they don't block the conflict resolution process. I think we can stop here for today. Then tomorrow we'll move on to another aspect of the work of the mediator, which is removing misconception. Thanks again for joining me. Please try to read the book, subscribe to this channel, and then please make your comments. I really appreciate that. Thanks again, and see you in lecture 52. Bye for now.